Hello viewers, hello listeners, hello everyone. Thank you once again for joining me on DMAP TV. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're coming here for the first time. If you're regular, just do the usual. Please like and comment and also share our videos so that you won't miss any of the videos that we do. Because what we do is we give you current affairs in real time. So yes, this week the issue of Chamisa's CCC constitution has been very topical. Of course, others were saying it's dictatorship and others were saying it's the actual thing that CCC needs. Why? Because everything else other than that, Zanu PF or maybe factionalism within the party, yes, managed to infiltrate. So to remedy this, Nelson Chamisa actually put his name in the constitution and gave himself all the powers, or the powers of veto lies in himself. So I've got this comment from one political commentator who is also arguing on the side of Nelson Chamisa, saying what he did was justified. He says, it has been proven time and time again that Nelson Chamisa is the only person to trust in oppositions who won't betray Zimbabweans. Yes, he's actually saying that ever since the beginning of opposition parties in Zimbabwe, it has been proven that Nelson Chamisa has been constant and he has been on the side of Zimbabweans ever since. So I think that Chamisa-centered constitution is justified. Giving anyone constitutional power to change anything in the party apart from him will result in us going back to square one. So what this man is actually saying is that if it is open and if he gives votes to certain individuals, of course, almost everyone, they've proven to be gullible by whatever forms. We don't know whether it's money or trinkets or anything, but a lot of people within the opposition ranks have proved that they can fall by the wayside. You must understand one thing. Dealing with a dictatorship regime, you don't behave like a democracy, because you leave many loopholes that will be manipulated by the regime because they have all resources at their disposal. This is why you see Zanu folks who have been led by someone. They don't know how he got elected to question the CCC constitution because it's not in their favor. So this has been happening over time, that if a CCC policy, if a policy from CCC is very good, we will see that it will get much or wide backlash from the ruling party, that is Zanu PF. We saw this in moments, and also there are some people who pretend to be neutral at times, but will just come out to blast or to lambast any policy that is that the CCC dreams or actually gets to be the right one. We see people like Professor Jonathan Moyo criticizing that, and there is a general consensus within the opposition ranks that if you see a policy that is criticized at length by people like Jonathan Moyo, then you will see that Zanu PF or the factionalists in CCC are at loggerheads. They are running around like headless chickens. They wanted the constitution so bad so that they would destroy CCC legally. The constitution has been provided and it's logged on one person who can't be bribed. Nice move by CCC. From my point of view, I see the necessity. That was the conclusion of Mr. Mochema. He says that why Zanu PF and its proxies and almost everyone else wanted the CCC constitution so badly was so that they can infiltrate it, manipulate people with positions, and so that they can win the war against CCC and decimate it further. But now, centering everything, centering all authority on Nelson Chamisa, as the constitution does, it leaves them with no contact person or no legal background to destroy CCC. Like what happened with the MDC, they just used the constitution. That is why also the same constitution that was used to destroy MDC has been recycled, and now it is the same that wants to be used to destroy the CCC. So it's just like a deja vu to the CCC or to the Apple ranks to see that whatever happened before keeps on repeating itself. And the ruling party so desperately wants this constitution so that they can decimate, so that they can destroy the opposition party, the CCC, forever. But now, what they know is that for them to destroy the CCC, given the constitution by Nelson Chamisa, they will need to contact Nelson Chamisa himself. And according to this political analyst, Nelson Chamisa is the only one who has been indispensable, who has been undisputed, and who has proved beyond any reasonable doubt that he is incorruptible. He is not gullible like the other comrades. He has stayed with the true and real MDC since formation. And after he saw that it was no longer possible to revive the MDC given this same syllabus that is being used now, Nelson Chamisa went on to form his own party and announced at formation that what they had formed was a new party that is distant or different from the previous party, that is MDC. And he also stated as time goes on that you will not be going to Congress, you will not be going to have a constitution as was required by the people. He also went on to show that he will not put structures, because what structures does, according to experience, it will give his nemesis contact people to try and destroy the CCC. So now, ladies and gentlemen, what Nelson Chamisa did ever since the formation of the CCC is highly considered to be very, very good. Why? Because we have not seen any of the big wigs going about and forming their own party. We have not yet, of course, yes, we have heard rumors of factionalism, but the likes of BT, the likes of Watchman Ingwe, has not yet come about to say, I'm forming my own party. Even the likes of Amos Chibaya, the likes of Fanafazai Mahere, they have just stayed behind and affirmed Nelson Chamisa as their true and own leader, and they just refer him to as the change champion and chief. Of course, yes, one might say, what about Tshabangu? But ladies and gentlemen, we all know that Tshabangu is coming from Norway. Before this records, we didn't know anyone by the name Tshabangu ever since. Of course, yes, he was in the MDC, but he was also just like a party member. So to say Tshabangu is leading a faction within the CCC would be to just lie and sanitize whatever it is. Probably, maybe he is being used as a proxy by certain elements within the CCC. But what we know is